Damn them! Fight for all your worst soldiers! We've got to win this!
Sisters! Fight by my side!
It was the sudden appearance of a warp storm at the Kaurava system's outer edge that first caught the attention of the Imperium, and not just the Imperium. After hundreds of years under the neglectful watch of the Imperial Guard, nearly every force in the galaxy would descend upon the planet of Kaurava, bent only on domination and victory. Three races had long dwelled in there. The Imperial Guard, its supposed rulers, the Orc tribes of Kaurava II, which the Guard had never successfully put down, and the Necron, who had slept undisturbed for untold millennia beneath Kaurava III. Where the Chaos Marines came from, or how, none can say. Did the Warp Storm bring them, or did they bring the Warp Storm? Both appeared suddenly on Kaurava IV, and in an eye blink, half the system's Imperial forces were gone, killed or claimed by the madness of chaos. In quick succession, the others flocked to Kaurava. The Space Marines, the Imperium's super soldiers, descended on Kaurava II, planning to finally cleanse the system, both of the troublesome Orcs and the Chaos Marines, the sworn mortal enemies. The Tau appeared next, not far above, on one of the planet's moons. In the interests of protecting its ordered empire from the effects of human folly, the Tau came seeking to contain the Warp Storm, and in so doing, expand the territory's border. On their moon, they built a mighty fortress, and there forged a space cannon capable of interplanetary devastation. Among the wastes of Kaurava III, the Necrons, perhaps awakened by the disruptive forces of the Warp Storm, slowly massed their lethal legions. In quick response, webway gates, long unused, flickered to life, and Eldar poured forth, ready to battle their dark, death-dealing adversaries. Meanwhile, in the shadow of an ancient portal gate, the dark Eldar slipped stealthily out of the murky depths of the webway. They would be like carrion birds, flying above the battlefield, and when all were weary from the fight, make the battlefield into a feasting ground. Last to arrive, and perhaps most to be feared, were the Sisters of Battle, holy maidens and bearers of the God Emperor's faith. They had come to cleanse the system of corruption and filth. Their faith left them fanatical, unafraid of death and zealous in their cause. Nothing here was clean. All must be purged. Now, war rages anew, and only the victorious may write their history. Only the victorious will claim the planets of Kaurava.
Welcome to the single-player campaign of Dawn of War Soulstorm. These tutorial windows will guide you through the first 2 turns of play and introduce key features of the Dawn of War campaign mode. Your goal is to conquer all 4 planets of the Kaurava system. Each planet is made up of multiple territories which you will conquer one at a time. The campaign map is your primary interface for directing your troops' strategic moves. Individual battles are fought on the smaller-scaled battle map. This province is your stronghold or home territory. It is from here that you are launching your conquest of the Kaurava system. If your stronghold is ever conquered, you will be pushed out of the planetary system and lose the campaign. Since this is the first turn, this is the only territory you currently control. The enemy factions each have their own strongholds, identified by banners on the campaign map. To win the campaign and make the entire Kaurava system yours, you must conquer all 8 enemy strongholds. The icon of your commander indicates the current position of your main army. You can only attack a destination that can be reached from the province where your army is, so its position on the map defines your options. The enemy factions each have armies of their own, and also can only attack adjacent territories. Some of your enemies may have powers that allow them to move in different ways, so be wary. These arrows show you where your army can move or attack this turn. Red arrows indicate attacks into enemy provinces. Green arrows indicate moves into friendly provinces. Since this is your first turn, and you only control your stronghold, you must attack an enemy territory. To move to or attack, left-click to select that province, and then click on the attack or move button in the right panel. Begin by attacking one of the territories adjacent to your army. After moving or attacking, you will have to end your turn in order to move or attack again. This screen shows you the forces you are leading into an attack and allows you to return to the campaign map if you decide you don't want to attack yet. Since this is your first attack, most options aren't yet available. When you're ready to attack, just click on the attack button. This will load the actual battle where you will face enemies in a game of Dawn of War.
Slaughter them all!
Meeting resistance!
They hear their doom approaching.
We captured it for chaos! We captured it for chaos!
I go.
Do not punish us! We will not run from the enemy again! We captured it for chaos! We shall capture it! We will control this entire world, a point at a time!
Dark gods! Yes, master! As you command! What do you want? I go.
Anything for the great powers. Yes, yes, right away! Our victory is assured!
Your will?
We have it now.
Skulls for the skull throne! What? I am here to lead you. I am here to lead you.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. Take it. Chaos gods. We have captured our ocean. Overtaken me. It is a good thing. Meeting resistance.
As you conquer more and more provinces, you'll be awarded pieces of special equipment for your commander. This equipment is called war gear. You will never be awarded a specific piece of war gear. Instead, for each award, you get to choose one piece from the list on this screen. Note that you may have to get some pieces of war gear to unlock other, more powerful versions. Congratulations, you have conquered your first province. This victory has given you several rewards, including a piece of war gear. Every territory yields a certain amount of planetary requisition per turn. Additionally, many territories provide special bonuses such as honor guard units. Look for bonuses in the right-hand panel when you select a province. The honor guard are special units that can be trained to accompany your commander in battle. Purchase honor guard units from the commander or the attack screen. Take note that if you lose a territory that provided you with an honor guard unit, you will lose the ability to purchase that unit. Other provinces will grant small resource bonuses for battles, or contain ancient gates that allow travel between the planets. This is the territory you've just conquered. Notice that it has changed to your color and that your army is on it. Whenever you conquer a province, your army moves there. You can only move or attack once per turn, so your turn is effectively over. Next turn, new provinces will be open to attack. When you are ready to let the enemy factions act, click on the End Turn button. This screen allows you to garrison troops and buildings in a territory. These purchases will be ready when you fight to defend this province from enemy attacks. Stationing troops and building buildings in a province costs you planetary requisition. The available units are on the panel. Use the arrows at the top to move between different options. Later you can recall these troops if the province is no longer at risk. Recalling a unit will give you back half the planetary requisition you spent to station it in the first place. Be careful. All your purchases will be final once you accept the changes on this screen. Each of the enemy factions will now act in turn. Like you, they each have their own strongholds and armies. They will each move their armies or attack and reinforce their territories in turn. Pay attention to where your enemy's armies are. Armies will reinforce nearby friendly provinces under attack, bolstering the defense with additional troops.
Charge! I will have someone's head for this!
It is now your turn to act again. You'll notice that you have gained planetary requisition from the provinces you control. Each province produces planetary requisition every turn. To garner your full allotment of requisition, you must maintain supply lines. This means that all territories must be part of a chain of territories that you possess, tracing back to your stronghold. Use planetary requisition to reinforce your provinces by stationing troops and buildings there and to train honor guard units. To reinforce a province, simply left-click on a province you own, and then click on the Reinforce button in the right-hand panel.
Do not trifle with me, world.
We have captured a location. It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
I will shatter their souls! Meeting resistance!
will.
Show me the enemy. I see.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
But of course, Master.
We have captured a location. It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. The objective is not lost on us.
Here to lead you. My abilities are at your disposal.
From overtaking me. It is a good name. Even a warping man can see the odds stacked against it.
The age of science will come again.
Do you hear the voices?
By playing as the Chaos Space Marines, you are not limited to supply lines. Your enemies must maintain a direct connection between all of their territories and their stronghold in order to collect full planetary requisition. You can use this fact to your advantage by severing their supply lines without having to worry about your own. Conquer enemy strongholds to obtain their racial powers added to your own.
Your
Yes, Lord.
Meeting resistance!
Whatever you desire.
For the dark gods!
My life is forfeit. But of course, Master.
At your command!
Charge the enemy! My mind is too weary to fight on.
Charge! For the glory of the Imperium!
The ground trembles with every step.
Anything for the great powers.
For the dark gods! Meeting resistance! The path to ruin!
We captured it for chaos.
Slaughter them all! Slaughter them all! I will shatter their souls!
We captured it for chaos.
Slaughter them all!
Yes, Master!
You favor us with your attentions. Favor us with your attentions.
Purpose.
The age of science will come again.
Whatever you desire. Thank you. Thank you, Master.
We are taking fire!
Yes, we will work faster. Victory is assured.
Science will come again.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware!
The true power is here. You will have need of me.
Whatever you desire, we will build it for you. build it for you. Our victory is assured.
Death to the false emperors!
We can serve you. We are eager to please. We captured chaos.
This is official. Required to memories.
We have returned to the battle. Surely we deserve the gift of chaos.
Yes, feel our wrath!
There are degrees of death.
Whatever you desire, my life is forfeit. We will build it for you. Thank you. Thank you, Master.
I understand more than you could possibly.
One of your territories is under attack. You can choose to fight on the battle map or to auto-resolve this battle. Auto-resolving can be dangerous, however, since it depends on the relative strength of your province and the attacker's forces. You always stand a better chance of triumphing against great odds if you fight the battle yourself. There are also pieces of war gear that can only be earned by fighting defensive battles on the battle map. Another advantage to fighting without auto-resolve. If you choose to fight and your army is on the province, your commander and his honor guard will join the defense. If not, you'll have to make do with whatever forces are garrisoned there.
Enemies! We need enemies!
All experiments require death.
Are you sure? If that is your wish. The lust for blood is never satiated.
We see the target!
Charge the enemy! Victory is our fate.
The Dark Eldar little feared an attack well within the reaches of the Warp Storm, reproduction of Komorah, the Dark Eldar home city. Surrounding the major war camp lay smaller camps, surrounded by miles of torture ground, a sort of cage garden of the homunculus Kumanael's making. Rich with plunder, enslaved scraps and goods, this area had grown and sprawled. Meanwhile, the center grew dense with powerful Dark Eldar, and the legendary Asdrubael Vecht, leader of Taril's Blackheart Cabal, was said to oversee the war preparations there. To say the Dark Eldar were unprepared for an attack would not be quite accurate. The Dark Eldar are ever ready for battle. It is a sport and a passion to their kind, and there is no such thing as catching them off their guard. Nonetheless, the miles of torture gardens were poorly attended at best, and full of prisoners, many still capable of turning against their captors. For an attacker, there was a faint glimmer of hope.
We are fresh from the fight. We have shed blood. Death, terror, and anguish sang sweetly in our ears.
But Lord Terran, have you taken prizes?
Do you doubt me, Gruminea? Many prisoners were taken. We have our tribute to Komara, and many left over from our slave chambers, and your torture grounds.
Come, Archon! Come to my torture grounds. We win, we lose, win and lose. But always richer, richer with slaves and spoils.
Indeed, we shall be well respected and rewarded when we return to Komara.
When we return, if we return. Return the victors. Return the vanquished. My grounds, where screams are flowers and pain their fragrance. A fine, fine nest we have. High upon the cliff, hard to see, but still to reach. Will they reach this nest? Will they take away my garden?
Are you questioning my right to lead? My inevitable victory? I am the deadly shadow and the bird of prey. I am the poisoned dagger that brings swift death. These crude and foolish armies know nothing of strategy. If they see a wall, they attack it. If they see an army, they charge at it. They will be too busy with each other to notice us. Or if they do, it will be too late. Worry not. And it is of no matter, we keep a keen watch. If an army approached, surely we would see it coming. Then we would tear it to pieces.
Take me to them, that I may render judgment for weak and die.
They cower before us! Enemies! There's a cage! Right
We
there!
need
Break
enemies. We can serve you. We are eager to please.
Do you hear the voices too?
Cross me and die. Take me to them, that I may render
How
judgment.
can I serve?
The warp
Do not
overtaking
trifle
me.
with me.
It is a good pain. We are the destroyers!
Great one.
I have found you. Now I feel the warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
And
Grant
die.
us the gifts of the Chaos Gods, Great One.
Show me the
We must kill!
Cross me and die.
We are the destroyer! Of course, we do your bidding. Take us to battle! We are the destroyer! Blood to shed. Chaos! Consume us! Strike them down! We are the destroyer! Chaos is our master! We see the target! Consume us! Take us to battle! Kill! Crush! Rend them limb from limb! We are the Destroyer! That is the way to hell!
We are taking fire!
Crush! Kill! Must kill! It is as though 1,000 miles cry out its name. Must kill! Do you hear the voices too? Kill! Crush! Enemy! Rend them limb from limb!
Turn. Grant us the power of the dark gods. For the great gods.
We are under attack!
Those will be utterly destroyed!
Cross me and die.
Wow, look what escaped from its cage.
I see
Now
a
it shall
more
die.
despair swallowing me! Overtaking me! It is a good thing!
Yes, Lord.
Once more into the fray!
Lord Caron, I
Do you hear the voices too?
They are near here. We aren't strong enough yet. We shouldn't attack.
The weak fight back!
Now what? We are
Ever
the
closer
destroyer!
to a new age of darkness.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
For us to strike.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. I feel the warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
We are taking fire! Show me the enemy. Taking fire!
It is a good pain.
The galaxy will burn in chaos.
This is the last time. I'll drink the blood from their hearts. The Chaos Gods speak clearly now. We have it now.
Our victory is assured.
Meeting resistance. Must kill! We must kill! Why aren't we killing it? Why aren't we killing it? The weak fight back!
Meeting resistance!
You favor us with your attentions.
Enemies! We need enemies. Do you hear the voices too?
We can serve you. We are eager to please.
No conquest is too petty.
The Chaos Gods.
I am not your bootleg!
I feel the warp
We're
overtaking
here for the
me.
Dark Gods.
It is a good pain.
But of course, Master.
Lord Tyrant, enemies have infiltrated by way of the torture gardens. How was this allowed to
We're here
happen?
for the Dark Gods.
I don't know, Archon. They
We
killed
will
the
do
gods.
it for you.
They amassed a force
Death
and soon
to
have
the
war
false emperor.
established. I see. I will inform Lord Vex. Have the soul cages
Whatever you
ready.
desire.
They shall taste the full
Yes,
fury
yes.
of our powers.
We will work
Lord Vex is
faster.
here. On Makune? Yes, now
Thank
go.
you.
The soul
Thank
cages.
you, Master.
I understand more than you could possibly know.
Fight on! It will be done!
They have
This
been
errand
allowed
is
to get
beneath
far
me.
too close to us. Use all the powers of our
warp
soul
overtaking
cages
me.
against them.
It is a good
Command it. Yes, Lord Vex. It is better to use those souls and annihilate these
We're here for the Dark Gods.
upstarts. Then go!
Thank you. Thank you, Master.
You do not fail.
Whatever you desire.
sanity is for the weak. It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
Why aren't we killing it?
In the warp is true power. Even Gilmore Hall could not imagine this.
My abilities are at your disposal.
Death to the false emperor.
Yes. Yes.
In the warp is true power.
We're taking fire!
More than you could possibly
Grant
know.
us the gifts of the Chaos Gods, Great One.
Yes.
The Chaos Gods speak clearly now.
The weak fight back!
But of course, Master.
Meeting resistance! Do you hear the voices too?
Whatever you desire. But of course, Master.
You thought you could elude us.
We are under attack!
The ghost sent me here.
Enemies! We need enemies. Take us to battle.
We're here for the Dark Gods. Yes, yes! We will work faster!
Enemies! We need enemies. That is the way to hell.
Yes, yes, of course!
Does what pain not please you?
Free now! Fools!
Dies damaged, but I
Bless us, Great One!
that is but a taste.
The more of despair swallowing me is for the weak. warp overtaking me. It is a good day. We see the target.
We are unstoppable.
Must kill.
At your command. You do not know pain. Kill me or be killed.
Do you hear the voices too?
You do not know pain. Just try and stop me. I live for death.
Enemies! We need enemies.
Knowledge is born of atrocity.
Moving into weapons range.
Chaos gods clearly now.
Head for this. Quickly, back to cover. Well, if he had died, I should have taken his place. Now I must flee.
Chaos Lord Feravius Charon had grown weary of the pestilential nuisance of the Dark Eldar, and felt the time had come to crush them under the pitiless hammer of his Alpha Legion Chaos Space Marines. Had the Dark Eldar refrained from conducting raids on their chaotic comrades, they might have prospered in safety upon Karava IV's single moon. But alas, their time had come. The Archon Tauriel's band of pillagers were no match for a full army of Chaos Space Marines. Unable to hide or run in their own base camp, the Dark Eldar fell before the invaders' fire. The Dark Eldar who were not slaughtered or fled found themselves subject to their vanquishers' cruel games. The heretic Chaos Space Marines made sport of their victims in the very cages and torture chambers in which their own brethren had been made to suffer. A just reward indeed, from the evil to the depraved.
Congratulations! You have just conquered an enemy race's stronghold. This victory ends that race's attempt to take the planetary system for themselves. If you can conquer the 7 remaining enemy strongholds, you will win the game. There may still be some provinces held by the defeated race, but without a stronghold, they no longer have an army or the ability to attack. You can mop up the remaining provinces to gain the associated bonuses, or you can move on to other targets. You have received a new bonus power. Every race you conquer will grant you the power that race possessed. To learn about the special ability you earned, select the conquered stronghold and mouse over the bonus icon on the right panel. You can also see all the powers you have earned on the commander screen.
6 minutes until taken hold victory.
We're here for the Dark Gods.
Every step.
As the shields of the Chaos Gods played one.
As though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
He's assured. Lord, we need
Warp overtaking me. It is a good pain. I feel the warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
Do not
The objective is not lost on us.
Enemies of the Dark Gods, beware!
Ready to strike. We are taking fire!
Rejoice in the coming oblivion. Enemies! We need enemies.
Bless us, Great One. But of course, Master. Enemies of the Dark Gods, beware! For the Great Gods. Bless us, Great One.
What do you want?
Anything for the great powers.
Do you hear the voices too? We see the target. Enemies! We have enemies.
Do not trifle.
Take me to them, that I may render
Do you hear the voices too? That is the way to hell.
My life is forfeit.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. Yes! The location will be ours! The Chaos Gods speak clearly now.
I see the purpose.
Bless us, Great One. We serve. Anything for the great powers. We're here for the Dark Gods.
Sanity is for the weak. That is the way to hell.
I see.
Do you hear the voices too? We are the destroyer!
I see with purpose.
The Chaos Gods speak clearly now.
My life is forfeit.
Enemies! We need enemies.
My life is forfeit. Yes, yes, right away.
taking fire!
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. Now you hear the voices too? Do you hear the voices too?
I see with purpose.
Do you hear the voices too? Sanity is for the weak.
Take to the skies!
Enemies! We need enemies!
Tear their eyes out!
My life is forfeit, but of course, Master. My life is forfeit. Yes, yes, we will work faster. Bless us, Great One.
Enemies! We need enemies. It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. We must kill!
Anything for the great powers. Yes, yes, we will work faster. We serve.
We are taking fire!
The banner of the gods is here.
We have captured a location. Warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
Cross me and die.
Do you hear the voices too? We have it now. We have it now. It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
Whatever you desire. Oh, bless us, Great One.
Sanity is for the weak.
Cross me and die.
The Chaos Gods speak clearly now.
Bless us, Great One. Yes, yes, we will work faster.
We are taking fire!
We serve.
6 minutes until taking hold victory.
The armored fist of chaos.
I feel the warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
My abilities are at your disposal.
Let's get down to business. No need for preaching. I'm content with what I have.
I serve another throne now. Follow me to crimson glory.
How may I be of service? Could you
I
please
shine
join
as a
me?
village torched in
How
the
may I be
night.
of service?
2 minutes until taking hold victory.
Your wish is my command. Now for my next trick. Ave Hydra Dominatus. Understood, as you direct. I am not Alvarius. That is also a service.
30 seconds until taking hold victory.
will always be led by the strong. Death to the false emperor! You dare speak to me?
Great one!
I know.
I will shatter their souls!
For chaos! Now victory is assured!
Slaughter them all! For the dark gods!
You favor us with your attentions. We will build it for you! Anything for the great powers.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
What would you have us do?
They will overcome us! Sanity is for the weak.
We are taking fire! On their flesh!
From shame and shadow cast in black and gold reborn.
It is done. Don't waste my time again.
I shall entertain your suggestion.
Cowardice assassin reporting.
Damn it, there's still a brain and skull on my base.
Ave Hydra Dominatis.
I love my mace. It stabs and
I'm
crushes
listening.
at the same
You can be
time.
open to me. Would you be interested in a joint operation? Alvarez has paid the way.
Pick your words carefully. Lead, perhaps. I already know your intentions.
At your behest.
True mechanical acceptance require death.
Chaos God.
The age of science will come again.
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
You are blind to the beauty of the demon machine. You cannot think as we do.
Yes, speak. This path I accept, for now. As you wish. Show me the way.
Until take and hold victory.
The age of science.
I sense you want something with me. Open the maw of hell. Perhaps I already know your intentions.
The Dark Mechanicum is free.
Bless us, Great One.
3 minutes until take and hold victory.
Hell Talon operational. Hell Talon, we reign operational from on high.
2 minutes until take and hold victory.
Scourge of chaos. Hell Talon on the way.